with some bass guitar lessons. One of my favorites, you know if you already on my channel, Freddie King, one of my blues heroes, one of the world's blues heroes, absolutely. One of the great kings, B.B. King, Freddie King, Albert King. Check them out if you haven't yet. So this is the bass that goes to Freddie King's famous hit instrumental song, HideAway. Total classic, redone by every single guitar player in the world that I think is worth his weight in, rock guitar playing. From Jimmy Page to Eric Clapton, most good bands have covered and have a version of this song. It's just a great instrumental song, and many of the riffs inside of this, or phrases inside of this song, had went on to become whole songs in themselves. Okay, there's a spy theme inside of this. There's a classic blues riffs in it, and there's some total Freddie stuff in it. All right, so I did it up to album speed in the beginning. I'm gonna do it slow now. The progression in this, it's E blues, 12 bar, long one. If you don't know what that is, check out my channel. I've got tons of videos on it. And so our 1 chord, or our root, is E, and then the 4 chord here is the A, and the 5 chord, and our turnaround chord is the B. Okay, so here's the the E starting on the 1, and we're just starting on the open E string. It's easy to keep this in perspective when you think that the opening note or starting note for each one is the actual name of the chord. It's the root note. So E, and that's open D, E, fret 2. So that again, open E again, and then 4th fretty. The first, very, very first part of the phrase is open E, 4th fret, which is your A flat or G sharp, and then your first finger stays on that if you can reach. If not, you can jog it back and forth. 2, 5, 2, 4, 2, or if your hand is big and strong, 2, 5, 2, 4, 2. And the last move is this D string, and over again. You can slide into that 4th fret, sound just like the record, okay? Just like the recording. Sliding is one thing that makes it sound authentic, as well as staccato, which means stopping the note from ringing out right after you sound the note. So watch this. So it's not it's stop, 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 right? So these pauses, or staccato, is very much giving the sound of the song, and being that it's an instrumental song, these things are really, really important to the overall dynamics of the song. Not just volume, but everything. Light, shade, the feeling for it, right? So you want to get this as accurate as you can. And then also you can slide to it, just like the record. Stop. 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 And then he does this cool little typical bass run, a little walk move, walking up to the next note. Now, rather than using that A note, I just want you to see that we're doing a bass move that's just chromatic. That means note to note to note without any space between them, and landing right on the root of the next chord. Now the song is moving from the E chord to the A chord, so over that A, rather than doing it here, I like to do this riff right below where we did the E riff. So how we use the open E string here, and then 4, 2, 5, 2, 4, 2, right? Now we're just going to start that riff after he does this little walk into the chord. Instead of using this A, I like to go to the string under open A. Instead of hear the same note, hear it? Instead of that, I do. Now you're doing the same move you did before, except you're doing it down one string, okay? Away from your face, one string. Except the last move, you don't move down one string. Every time you do this, it's always D, E on every chord. I'm sorry. Or the turnaround. Which is walking right to the B note. Which is exactly one whole step up from what we did to the A. Now we're just going to do it up a whole step. But we finger it a little differently to keep it down here. 0, 4, A string 0. On the B, string under it, it goes to the third part of the song, or what I call the third theme. This I call the second theme because it's the second theme of the song. Goes through the 12-bar blues in the regular opening, the first theme of the song, and the bass for that, you know, obviously, I don't want to go into that. That's a different video. If you want, you can see it on the guitar version of it. If you are a bass player and you've been playing long enough where you can watch the guitar and pick the bass part up out of it. For this song, the bass is following Freddie King's guitar, not for the not that stuff, you know. In the beginning, it's more like just the general blues bass. You can even use the root note, and it sounds good, you know. And then with the A. Progression E, 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 there's 4, and then A, E, E, there's 8, now it goes to the turnaround, B, and for 1, then A for 1, and then E for 1, and then it ends on B for 1, and then it starts all over again, back in the beginning. That's 12 altogether. 12 bar blues in the key of E. That's what the song is. HideAway, Freddie King. All right. Any questions? Drop them below. Like the channel. Subscribe.